On Larry King Now, the self-proclaimed mother of Black Hollywood, Jenifer Lewis.
I don't feel 61. I feel so happy.
How old do you feel?
I think I feel like I'm like 33.
Yeah, I wonder what you want to be when you grow up.
A librarian. The writers are the stars of the show. They have an incredible way of combining the drama and comedy. We are speaking to some of the most pressing issues of our times. I know what mental illness looks like. Donald Trump is mentally ill, but on top of his mental illness, he's a sociopath. So he'll never get help because sociopaths don't feel.
Plus, why do you love to curse?
I love to curse.
I'll tell you
because
why.
it goes like
Feels great.
It does feel good, and fuck 'em.
All next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. Jenifer Lewis is our guest, the actor, comedian, singer, and activist. Throughout her iconic career, Jenifer's appeared in more than 300 films and television shows, worked alongside some of the biggest names in the business. Her most notable big screen credits include What Love Got to Do with It, The Preacher's Wife, and Think Like a Man. On the small screen, we've seen her in shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Girlfriends. And now Jenifer stars as Ruby Johnson in the hit sitcom Blackish. It airs Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. And if that wasn't enough, her new memoir, The Mother of Black Hollywood, is available now. We'll talk about the book in a while. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We are taping this on the day it'll play is not your birthday, but the day we're taping it, January 21st,
Yes.
is your birthday.
Yes, January 25th, the month after Jesus.
Oh, that's right, January 25th, a month after Jesus. Jesus came and said, Jenifer's coming. Okay, well, do you have any special goals at this age? You're 61 today.
Wow.
You're a young 61.
You know, yes, I am. And I'm going to be very honest. I feel so good. I'm in my skin. And you know, you age, but I'm like, I don't feel 61. I feel so happy because I'm bipolar and I did the work. So I'm in my skin now. So I
How
appreciate
old do you feel?
life. I feel like I feel like I'm like 33.
Yeah, I wonder what you want to be when you grow up.
A librarian.
We'll get to the book shortly. Blackish has gone from a breakout hit to a fixture now on network television. Why do you think it works?
I think the writers are the stars of the show. They have an incredible way of combining the drama and comedy. We are speaking to some of the most pressing issues of our times. Police brutality, depression, race relations. Kenya Barris sits at the helm of the show. He's a young genius.
It's all on a page, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, and I every time I get a script, I laugh out loud, and yet I'm honored at the same time. It is the cherry on the top of my career.
I have interviewed many of the stars from it, Anthony, Tracy, Yara, and they've all told me, each one has said it's the happiest set they've ever worked on. Is it for you?
It is indeed.
What makes it special?
They brought me a birthday cake the other day, and they said, speech, speech, speech. Of course, I was going to make one, whether they said it or not, but what I said to them is someone asked me, Jenifer, are you happy on Blackish? And I looked at them and I said, would I be there if I were not? The answer is no. It's not that much money in the world, Larry, that I would be anywhere at this age that I'm not happy.
You play Anthony Anderson's mother. He's such a great guy.
He's a fool. Anthony Anderson is insane.
In what way do you mean?
Because we are insane together. I love him so much.
Do you give him advice off the air?
Oh, yeah. But usually it's like I tickle him. I tickle him every day because he's so bad, and I have to tickle him everywhere. And then he turns into a 3-year-old. So he's humbled.
And Tracy Ellis Ross just won the Golden Globe.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Were you there?
No, I was not at the Golden Globes.
Why were you not at the Golden Globes?
Because I was at the Critics' Choice, the SAG Awards, and the NAACP Awards. And Larry, I get sick of those red carpets. If I'm not nominated, I don't go. It's too exhausting. Of course, it's fun. I'm not complaining. I do have a good time.
Do you think the political climate in the country has made Blackish even more important?
Oh my God, yes. When I read the script, Juneteenth, which was season 4's opening premiere show, I cried. Who even thinks of Juneteenth when the slaves were actually free, when they found out they were free? We dressed up in slave clothes on a sitcom. That's how brilliant the writers are. And I went over to the ABC executives and I thanked them for having the balls, the courage to bring these issues, this history to light. Juneteenth, police brutality, the N-word, how everybody felt after the election. They are unafraid to address these issues. Women's rights.
Have they addressed Trump himself?
Oh yeah, they have. I've addressed Trump more than they have.
Does Mr. Trump annoy you?
You know, here it is, Larry. I'm bipolar. That's a mental illness.
You're doing very well.
Oh, I'm doing very well. I did the work. I'm medicated. I've talk therapy, 18 years. No, I took care of myself. You know, most people in my business.
You still consider yourself bipolar?
Oh, I am still bipolar. Oh, if I don't take those meds, I'd be doing an Irish jig on top of your head right now. You can believe that. So anyway.
Back to Mr. Trump.
But back, Trump, a young journalist asked me, did I think he would ever get help? Because I know he's mentally ill. I know what mental illness looks like. Donald Trump is mentally ill, but on top of his mental illness, he's a sociopath. So he'll never get help because sociopaths don't feel.
But I've known him 40 years. I can never imagine him depressed.
No, he's not depressed. It's his mania. It's his mania. And even if he were depressed, Larry, he wouldn't know it. Neither would he tell you or show you. See, I know how we hide it. You can't have it. You remember when he pushed the other leader aside?
Yeah.
That mania, that rage. I know what it looks like.
Does that make you more inclined to be sympathetic?
Let me be very... No. You don't have to me, baby, because let me tell you how I feel about Mr. Trump. I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him because I know the pain of mania, the pain of depression.
He has pain?
You can't tell me somebody who sits and eats McDonald's every day is not depressed. You eat that, just that alone tells you he's depressed. Come on.
Are you saying he has pain?
God. I can't even imagine his pain. Look. How do you talk about this, man? How do you talk? This is madness.
Sociopaths don't. Do they have pain?
Sociopaths don't have feelings. I just dealt with a sociopath.
Pain.
Oh, absolutely. They know it's there, but they won't acknowledge it, darling. It's the brain won't let you. He's out of control, but he doesn't know it, and neither would he acknowledge it. That's what's so sad about the whole thing.
As we continue with Jenifer, we're going to try to draw her out. we always have a problem with guests like this, the humbug, maybe, I don't know, and then one-word answers. We'll look back at Jenifer's incredible career, including her Broadway roots, and the film and TV roles that have impacted her the most, and what inspired her to write her new memoir, The Mother of Black Hollywood. Stay with us on this edition of Larry King Now. We'll be right back. A lot of great pictures in this book. I just started to look at it. It's very well written.
Thank you.
You wrote it by yourself?
Yeah. Well, no. Malaika Adero and Julia Walker. Mark Brown also helped me very much with this book.
Okay. Who picked the title?
My editor, Tracy Sherrod.
Does it fit you?
Very much so. I've done, 68 movies, 259 television shows, and 4 Broadway shows, and always played somebody's mama. So The Mother of Black Hollywood, I think, fits the title of my memoir.
You're not reluctant to talk about personal topics in the book.
No, not at all.
Why? Is it important? Is it good?
Because, Larry, there ain't no shame in my game. The reason I wrote this book was to help the next generation. And when I saw them all lay down in front of the police barricades, that's when I said, I'll give them my story. Because I wrote this to say to them that no matter what, now that you've laid down, stand up, stay up, and keep it moving. But don't miss that one beat. Feel it.
When did you know that you had a mental problem?
Well, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what.
When you were a teenager?
My 20s. My 20s mostly, when I started, when I was on Broadway. When I'd come home and cry every night.
So you'd go up and down, right?
Up and down. The mania, the depression. The mania, the depression. Those are the polars you see. But when I had a sex addiction in my 20s. That was the mania being served, that drive that you can't stop. You need something to bring you down. I was too scared of drugs because I didn't want anything to hurt my voice. So sex became my drug of choice. And I didn't learn that I was bipolar until I was in, I think, 33.
How was it diagnosed?
Well, after the AIDS epidemic, during the AIDS epidemic, I should say, I had a nervous breakdown because so many of my friends died. And then when my father died of a massive heart attack, I literally could not hold myself together anymore. And my girlfriend looked at me. She said, "Hey, Jenny, something's wrong, baby. Come here."
Is there still a strong stigma attached to mental illness?
Absolutely. Everybody still has those
Why is
images
it not regarded like kidney disease?
Straight jackets, shock treatment. Look in the mirror. See that something's wrong and go and get help. Ask for help. And I say to relatives and people who know people who are standing on top of the picnic table at the family reunion, singing loud and cursing and drunk, reach your hand out. That aunt that's hiding in the basement, that uncle that's in the attic, that stays there in the dark, reach out and say, let's go get some help. That's what I say in my book. Check in on your friends. When they disappear for 3-4 days, check in. There's a lot of mental illness that people are not willing to come forward about. It's time to come out, just like with everything. The Me Too movement.
Yeah, what do you make of that?
I want everybody, I'm so proud of everybody coming forward.
Have you ever been sexually harassed?
Listen very carefully to me. I said this, it's one thing to have a sex addiction, it's another thing to be evil. These men who believe themselves to be powerful and that are abusive, it's over.
Yeah, it is.
Women are coming out now. No more silence. I was molested in my teens. I told it all. I had a knife to my throat in New York. I told it all. Because I want young girls coming after me to know we are as sick as our secrets. You must tell. You must get it off of you so that you can breathe.
Do you think this will result in change?
Oh, my God. I sang at the march last year, 750,000 people in the streets protesting Trump and him grabbing women by the pussy and him grabbing this and grabbing that. Well, baby, nobody gets to grab anymore.
How come it hasn't hurt him?
Trump?
Yeah.
He has no feelings, darling. He's a sociopath. They don't have feelings.
After the break, the great Jenifer Lewis. Again, we're going to try to draw her out. Let's put into the If You Only Knew hot seat. We're going to ask her some very delicate questions, which I'm afraid naturally she'll skip around. The book is The Mother of Black Hollywood. Stay with us on this edition of Larry King Now. Back with Jenifer Lewis, the very sedate, laid-back Jenifer Lewis. The book is The Mother of Black Hollywood. We play a game of You Only Knew. Don't have to answer them, but just interesting.
Okay.
Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Cary Grant.
Not bad.
And Danny Kaye.
I knew Danny very well. Danny was a great friend of mine and a great talent.
Oh, my God. The tongue twisters. I lived for him. The awful, successful sister.
Guilty pleasure.
As a kid?
And now, whatever.
Now? Tasty. I'm addicted to popcorn.
In movies or anywhere?
Movies? Oh.
Oh, no, I mean popcorn. You could have popcorn anytime.
Oh, anytime.
Okay. Secret talent.
Secret talent. Wow. I garden very well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Weirdest job you've ever had?
Oh, I toasted the buns at McDonald's.
What?
It was the summer after my freshman year in college. I toasted the buns and I burned them. And I wrote a song called So Won't You Fan My Buns, They're Burning. Hey! Okay.
What college you go to?
Webster University in St. Louis, Missouri.
What's the weirdest job you've ever had?
That was it, darling. That was the last job I had outside of show business.
Oh, yeah, I asked you that already. Well,
It's okay,
you're
baby.
confusing me.
Look, I'm on your side. You're just in love with me. I know. I see it in your eyes, baby. It's okay.
My only problem is I need someone who's vibrant. Who would you trade places with for a day?
Oh, my God. That's a good one. Who would I trade places with for a day? I guess it would either be Michelle or Oprah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
What film could you watch over and over again?
Cinema Paradiso.
Something you wish you were better at.
Hold on, that's a real hard one. What do I think I would like to be a better singer. Yeah.
What never fails to make you laugh?
Babies.
Yeah.
Babies.
Babies are funny.
And my daughter. I love my daughter.
You got a great, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Last time you were starstruck?
Oh, that's easy because I just came from the awards. This was a while back. I turned at the governor's ball. I don't remember the year. And there sat, in all of her glory and purple, Elizabeth Taylor.
She's great.
Woo! I was like, oh my God, oh my God.
Purple eyes.
Oh my God, gorgeous, gorgeous,
She's
stunning.
a great friend of mine.
Oh.
Most giving person you ever met.
I heard.
They don't come any nicer.
Yeah, well, she did so much for the AIDS epidemic also. Very generous.
What's something on your bucket list?
I'm going to take another trip around the world. I want to hit Machu Picchu, Taj Mahal. I've done the Great Pyramid of Giza and Iguazu. I want to get to Victoria Falls. I'm a traveler. I'm a world traveler. So there's a couple of places I haven't hit.
What's the best compliment you ever got?
From Obama.
What did he say?
President Obama. When I met him at the Christmas party at the White House, he said, he took my hand. Somebody took a picture. I've never seen my body in that position with that body in, language. I was like a 16-year-old girl. And he took my hand and he said, now, you play everybody's mama, and sometimes the mean mama. And he looked around the room, but look at her. She's sweet. Somebody called me, it's not an adjective people use to describe me right off,
Sweet,
you see.
right, yeah.
It's usually fabulous and crazy and, what other. He said I was sweet.
That's good.
And I am sweet, Larry.
You're a doll. Someone from you, mother. Someone from history you would take to lunch.
Mandela.
I loved him.
I went, I talk about Nelson Mandela in my book and how, he was imprisoned but certainly never caged.
In my opinion, he was the greatest figure of the 20th century.
Greatest.
Strangest fan encounter.
Strangest fan encounter. There was a young man in Atlanta, and I walked over to him and I said, darling, do you know where the movie theater is? And his eyes rolled to the back of his head, and he fainted on the floor. It was, I got down on the floor, I said, get up, I'll kill you. He was so sweet, a sweet guy.
When we return, Jenifer Lewis will answer your questions from social media, and hopefully she'll come out of this show. Her book is The Mother of Black Hollywood. We'll be right back, and how long can I milk this joke? My guest is Jenifer Lewis. The Mother of Black Hollywood is the book. Some fan questions. Jane V. on the Larry King Now blog. Musical theater was your first love. Is that still the case?
Absolutely.
Nancy Sands on the Larry Kling. I don't know my own name. What young actor inspires you today?
Young actress. That would be Taraji P. Henson.
Claire Egling on the Larry King Now blog. Who's the funniest person on Blackish when the cameras stop rolling?
Anthony.
He is.
Yeah, oh no, he's hysterical.
I loved him on Law and Order, too.
Oh, no, so much
He's a
talent.
great cop.
Love me some I call him
Daniel Christopher Thomas on Facebook. How much of Blackish is improv?
We stick to the script a lot because the writers are amazing. But if you go off a little bit, they're happy. Okay, I never say anything on the page. Now, you know damn well.
Most writers are not happy if you go off the page.
Oh, no, but see, that's the difference. When you're not insecure, you can trust an actor a little bit. Hello.
At KGM1016 on Twitter, if you had the chance to meet with our president, what would you ask him or say to him?
I would ask him very nicely and very sweetly and very compassionately to step down.
Daniel Christopher Thomas also asks, what did you make of the film version of Dreamgirls?
Well, I'm so privy to the Broadway production because I was the original Effie.
I saw
in the
it.
workshop.
You were great.
And Jennifer Holliday, of course, won the role. So I loved it more on Broadway than the film.
Corey Anderson on the Larry King Now blog. You've played mom to so many actors and actresses in Hollywood. Who is your favorite to be a mom for?
People ask that question. I would say Tupac, Whitney, and Gabrielle Union.
Well,
and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was my baby.
Oh, he's a riot.
He's a fool. I love him.
Before we close out our segment, we have a little birthday surprise. Will you bring it in?
No. Little old me.
For little old you.
Larry, I'm 61. Oh, happy birthday to me. Oh, sing, Larry.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jenifer. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my God, I'll never forget that. Thank you, Larry King.
And fuck it all. Why do you love to curse?
I love to curse.
I'll tell you
because
why.
it goes like
feels great.
It does feel good, and fuck them.
It's the best word in the English language.
That's right.
Because it means many things.
Yeah, fuck them, fuck them. No, fuck them.
How about fuck?
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you something. Great friend of mine, Lenny Bruce, said.
Lenny Bruce.
Fuck is a antonym for intercourse.
Yes.
So if someone says to me, fuck you, I say, thank you.
Let me tell you what.
When I get mad at someone, I say, unfuck you.
Oh, that's brilliant. Let me tell you what Bette Midler said. You know, I used to sing with Bette Midler. I was one of her harlots, 1983. Bette used to come out on stage. She said, well, it's just a little joke. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. I love me some Bette Midler. Did you see her do Dolly?
No, I heard.
Oh, it's fabulous. Fabulous.
Jenifer, that's it. You're a doll.
Love and adore you, and let me take this moment and thank you for the work you've done for us. I mean that.
Thank you,
from my heart.
Thank you. The book is The Mother of Black Hollywood. My guest is Jenifer Lewis, and be sure to see her in Blackish Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. And the copy of the new book is available everywhere, including, of course, Amazon, which is everywhere. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things, and I'll see you next time.